Welcome to the CNS Thinking Tool. Before starting this module, please print out the student notes below this video. CNS represents the process of looking at consequence and sequel, which are one and the same thing. We focus on the outcomes of an action or idea in the future. In practice, a new invention, a plan, a rule, or a decision all have consequences that go on for a long time. So in thinking about an action, the consequences should always be considered. For example, immediate consequences, short-term consequences, which may go on for up to 5 years, medium-term consequences, maybe from 5 to 25 years, and long-term consequences, maybe over 25 years. However, the time frames for CNS will change depending on the subject being considered. So the long-term consequences of storing ice cream out of the freezer would be maybe 20 minutes it took for it to melt. Whereas the long-term consequences of a rising global temperatures might be the 50 years it takes polar ice caps to melt. So now let's look at a specific example of CNS in action. A man introduced rabbits to Australia to provide hunting for his friends. The immediate consequences were good because his friends had plenty to shoot at. The short-term consequences were also good because the rabbit provided an alternative source of meat. The medium-term consequences were bad because the rabbit multiplied so much that it became a pest. The long-term consequences were very bad because the rabbit spread all over Australia and did a great deal of damage to crops. The point is, a CNS is a consideration of the immediate, short, medium, and long-term consequences of an action or an event. You can now use the practice items in the student notes to get used to this tool. To learn more about the process of using this tool, please refer back to the introductory video for this thinking topic.